Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. So your key to the week this week is the Strength card. This is your card, right? So this is your energy. You show up for yourself this week very strong, maybe feeling stronger in yourself than you have done in a while. Sagittarius season is always kinder to Leo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant people because it offers a trine or a harmonious energy to your sign. That being said, this week you are having to find the grit. Remember, the Strength card doesn't just show up to say, yeah, you've got the strength, you can do it. It reminds you that you have the strength and therefore you have to dig for it and find a way to use it. This is a week where you have to be bold, brave. This is the week where you have to really kind of come out of the gate swinging on something. For a lot of you, I kind of feel like this is where you're maybe coming out of a bit of a funk, maybe where you are starting to gear up to look at plans for what you want to do for the year ahead. Or for a lot of you, this could be a time where you're really starting to understand what it is that you're ready to share with the world, what it is about you or from you or through you that you are ready to offer to the wider world stage. The other thing with the Strength card as well, it can speak directly to your physical body. So this is a good week for you to look after yourself and your constitution. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Two of Swords. All right, so look at this, right? You've got this in your actions and options. Now, the Two of Swords can sometimes represent an opposition, right? You've got this with the Strength card, which tells me that this week you are having to broach a hard conversation, or you're going to have to potentially have it out with somebody. This might be a week where you're having to really dig into something that's either bothering you, something that's come up previously, but maybe you haven't really addressed it in the right way. This week, the Two of Swords, that's that's potentially the hard communication. With the Strength card here, this is you having the guts to say what needs to be said. So this is about you getting out of your comfort zone. Sometimes, everybody wants to be liked, right? I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you say, oh, I don't care about people or their opinions or whatever. I don't care. You can front it all you want, right? You want to bullshit yourself, go ahead, right? I'll see through that all day long. At base level, nobody wants to be disliked, right? However, there are times, this week may be one of them, where you have to stand up for yourself and where you have to say what needs to be said, whether you're a silent dignity type of Leo, whether you are the more theatrical like myself, like whichever side of the leonine coin you fall on, this week you have to stand up for yourself. And it's only by doing so that you will gain your self-respect back, but also you will gain the respect of your peer. All right, for your communications and conversations, you've got the Ten of Cups, and by doing so, look at this, right? You come out the victor. I actually think this is, for a lot of you, whatever this is, it's you making peace with yourself by standing up for yourself. That Ten of Cups suggests you will find not only the right words, but you will find a way to present yourself that feels good to you, right? Whether it makes sense to anybody else or not is irrelevant. This is about you extracting the just rewards for doing what needs to be done. And I actually think when it comes to your communications this week, not only are they easy and harmonious, but you have a clearer understanding of what your true objectives are. I really like this. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the Ten of Cups suggests that if you are willing to put yourself out there, you will find more than support, right? So whatever it is, even if this means that you have to be the mouthpiece for what everybody else in the room is thinking, you will notice straight away, the moment you stand up for yourself or what you believe in that way, the support that you need will absolutely show up for you. So I'm totally here for that. I love it. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I actually like this as a bonus. And for a select few of you, this could be, let's say your boss has promised you a promotion or a raise. Let's say something has come up in the work sphere and you've bitten your tongue and you've bitten your tongue and you've bitten your tongue. And now it's like, no, you know what? At this point, you're just taking the piss. And boss or no boss, one thing about me in all of my work history, Yes, I understand respect for chain of command, etc. But do not think for a second that just because you are my boss, you get to talk to me a certain way. I don't allow that shit from my parents, and I'm certainly not going to allow it from you. So you want to flex all of your what's the word? You want to flex your professional muscle? No problem. You tell me what needs to be done. But when you start pushing the line, you better believe you're going to hear the roar. So this week, it kind of looks like maybe something that you've been promised. And it's like, you know what, I've kept quiet up until now, but at this point, you're pushing it, and I'm going to let you know. So I do anticipate that this will be a week where many lions are roaring for it. All right. So for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, I like this for closing a deal. Maybe closing a deal, maybe getting a contract, maybe going after something that you previously wouldn't. Maybe you're finding that grit to perform at a higher level than you have previously. And like I say, for a lot of you, I feel like this is you really getting square with yourself in the mirror and kind of saying, hey, listen, you know what? This is how it's going to go down from now on, and that filters out into the work that you do. And this is where you're closing deals, where you're getting new clients, where something is kind of coming full circle, and you start to realize, wow, all it really took was for me to show up for myself the same way that I show up for other people. You better get your life. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, here with this 10 of Cups and the 2 of Swords, yes, there is potentially going to be some family drama this week. When isn't there? Remember, if you're a Leo, certainly if you're a Leo ascendant to a lesser degree, but still relevant, the sun and the moon. If you are a Leo, it means that you have a 4th house Scorpio. And that means that you're going to get a whole lot of drama that comes in from or through the family at times, right? And the fact that we are a little bit more dramatic than most people, you know, we can own it. Right, you're going to get some of that. I kind of feel like this is the week where you kind of slam your paw on the table and say, enough. Yeah? All right. Before we get into your love and relations, if you haven't got your winter solstice seat, what are you waiting for? The link is in the description box below. The tickets are £33.33. We're going to be talking astrology, numerology, tarot. We're going to be talking about human design. And if you are a manifester in the human design system, next year is going to be a pretty important year for you. So you do not want to miss this. I've got 2 special guests for you this year. I can't wait for you to find out who the second one is. Right, I'm really excited. This is like the 5th year that I'm doing this. As you know, I love this session. To me, it's kind of like just like an online gathering of really like minds and souls, and there is so much that comes with it. So with that said, you can get that on the link in the description box below. It would be amazing to have you. For your love and relations, you've got the 6 of Cups. So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, if you are prepared to have a hard conversation this week and not back down from what you feel is right for you, I think your significant other will fall in line. So you know this, like there's that saying or that school of thought where if you've got 10 people in a line and one person steps out and they believe it with such conviction, the other 9 will just fall in line. This week, whatever challenges or issues maybe you've had with a partner, it's like this week you are standing so firm in your own being that it's like your partner really does it. There's 2 options. You can either cough out the door, or you can get on board with me and we can do this and make this the best life that we ever going to have, right? Like this week, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. For those of you that are single, for a select few of you, a friend could become a lover this week. That could be really exciting. I gotta be honest, I don't see it being necessarily much more than kind of a, hey, you know what, maybe this is like a little winter fling, like a little holiday thing that, you know, not necessarily for the long term. Or it could be that through a friend, or potentially for a select few of you, a family member or a sibling, you could be introduced to somebody that you go on to kind of see in that light. Again, maybe not necessarily for the long term, or maybe you meet them now and they end up becoming something later down the line. For your money and materials, you've got the World card. I mean, this is actually a really gorgeous spread. And I really think that what's powering all of this is the Strength card. It's like this innate sense that if I want all of this to change, or I want all of these amazing things to happen for me, I need to take not only accountability, but I need to be really in my own essence, right? When it comes to your money and materials, the World card, this is a full circle moment when it comes to money, finances and resources. This is, for some of you, either a parent or a loved one. You know, maybe they tell you that what's being left to you in your will. In the will, maybe somebody's giving you a financial monetary gift. If they are, it's likely to be a parent or a grandparent. There's some gifting that comes in this week financially, and there's also a potential for you to make more money by the time this week is out from an opportunity that arises from you once you kind of step up and say, hey, no, this is what I want, or rather, this is what I deserve. And for those of you that are employed, I kind of get the feeling that this week your pushback is what leads your boss to say, actually, you know what, I should probably keep you happy, because when you perform, you really perform. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the World card is about your physical structure. So like your bones, all the rest of it. Because you've got the Strength card here, and Leo rules the heart and the spine, this may be a good week to go to a chiropractor or an osteopath, somebody that works on all of those things. It could be really good for you this week specifically. And then when it comes to your home and environment, there's a lot of considerations here around home, family, community, property. There's a lot going on there. And some of it, I don't think at this, like as you're watching this reading, it probably doesn't click to you. And it probably won't. I feel like this stuff is going to come quite late into the week. So when we're talking about home and property and stuff, I think for a lot of you, as we get to the very end of this week, those sorts of things will start to come in, and then you're going to be like, aha, okay, this is how it's showing up for me. With that said, I would love to see you at the winter solstice. Get your seat on the link in the description box below. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.